Previously, we talked about what personal branding is not, and we shared a little bit about what is the 3S Super Brand Me framework to personal branding. The first S was substance. You must first have skills, knowledge, attitude that is worthy of trust and respect. And you do not have is time to develop those before you talk about packaging. Second S, style. Assuming that you do have all these inner core values and good skill set, do you have the style that inspires trust? When you stand in front of the audience, do people want to hire you? Do your employers want to promote you? That is style. And today we're going to focus on what I think is the weakest link for most people's personal branding. And that is the third S, story. When I say story, what are you thinking of? Are you thinking of Cinderella? Are you thinking of Hollywood movies? Yes, those are stories, but that's not what I'm talking about. My story is your story. Do you have an emotional story to share with your stakeholders, with your prospective clients, with your employers? What do I mean by story? Well, perhaps let me share my story as an example. When I was a small boy, to me, success is to study hard, to graduate with a degree, to find a good job, and to get a good salary, settle down with a beautiful wife, adorable kids. That to me is success. But something happened in late 2013. I was let go from my previous company, an investment bank, and it was devastating to me. I was thinking all my life I thought I was so good in this, but maybe I'm not. That's why they got rid of me. I wasn't a contribution to my company. They had so many self-doubts when it came to my skill set and knowledge. And not only that, I have 3 kids and a homemaker wife at home to feed. Without a job, how am I going to feed them? At first, I tried getting a job, just like normal. I sent out resumes to headhunters, I went for interviews, and after a few months, I was not selected for any of those. It was really heartbreaking. I was close to depression. And I kept looking at my bank account and wondering how am I going to pay the next month's bills. It was really difficult time. And after that, a light bulb moment came for me. I realized I can use my skill set, which is speaking, to be my next career. So I made a career switch and became a trainer. I wish I can tell you it's a fairy tale ending, that when I became a trainer, everybody started calling me, hiring me, and I earned big bucks. But that's not the case. Even as a trainer, I had a hard time finding projects. And for many months, I could barely pay the bills. And every month, I only had maybe 3-4 training days. That was another challenging period for me. I was very tempted to go back to a normal 9-to-5 job. But thankfully, I had many friends who told me, no, Eugene, this is your talent, your gift, your destiny. You must pursue it at all costs. And therefore, I continued just striving and striving. And after many months, close to a year of striving, persevering, not giving up, I must say, I became a successful trainer. Calls started coming in, started hiring me as keynote speakers, training on cruises, training in big banks, MNCs, SMEs, public causes. And I felt good, felt fulfilled to see these lives being inspired by me. Today, I must say, I still have a lot of room for improvement. I'm still growing, still learning. I'm still attending courses to be a better trainer. But I'm here today because of the attitude that I had to develop my skill set, to develop and improve my attitude, and to deepen my knowledge. This is my story. What about yours? Sometimes we feel that, oh, I have something to hide. Perhaps you were retrenched too, but you didn't tell anybody. Perhaps when you were a child, you were abused. Maybe you had dyslexia or some learning difficulties. instead of hiding them, can I suggest to you, share it. And by sharing it, you inspire others with the same challenges as you. By sharing it, people see you as a real-life, three-dimensional being, not just a businessman, not just as an employee, and therefore there's a trust, there's an emotional connection. And that is very powerful when it comes to personal branding. So my dear friend, please consider being authentic, being vulnerable, and sharing your personal life story as part of your personal brand. I hope today was helpful. In my next video, I'll share with you some common mistakes made in personal branding. My name is Eugene Seah, your personal branding coach.